Hey guys, welcome again to Coding Cactus. Today we are going to solve another coding game problem. This is also an easy one, but this is called as horse racing tools. So, what is basically what we're going to learn? The puzzle shows that sometimes the simplest solution is not performant enough. You will also learn to handle large arrays and gain experience with their processing time. So what resources we need is they have given us resources for sorting and list. Puzzle can be solved using following concepts, practice using these concepts and improve your skills. So we're basically going to learn concepts. So the statement is, in this problem we have to find two numbers that are closest to each other among a list of numbers. The list might be really large and force you to search for the best possible algorithmic complexity for your solution. Let's take a look at a story to make a race between the horses. Interesting, you'll have to find the horses with the closest track. Okay. So now let's dive into the problem and see what that is. So basically, let's go up here. The Casablanca's Hippodrome is organizing a new type of horse racing duels. During a duel, only two horses will participate in the race. In order for the race to be interesting, it is necessary to try to select two horses with similar strength. Write a program which, using a given number of strengths, identifies the two closest strengths and shows the difference with an integer, which would be greater than or equal to 0. So, in the input we have line 1, which is n, which is the number of horses, then the in following lines, the strength pi of each horses. So pi is an integer and it is the strength of each horse. Now what we have to find is the output as the difference d between the two closest strengths. D is an integer greater than or equal to 0, right? Now if we look at the example, we could see the input is 3, 5, 8, 9, right? Now let's just work out on this visually. So we could see the closest two are 8 and 9. So, and the difference between 8 and 9 is 9 minus 8 is 1. Second closest would be 5 and 5 minus 3 is 2, right? So the best possible answer that we can derive here is 9 minus 8 and the output should be 1, right? So now let's click on this and let's start solving this problem. So now if you want to see here, what we have to do is find the closest strength. So for that we need to have the strength of each horse, right? And what we are getting here is, in a for loop we are getting them one by one. But we need to have somewhere an array. So I'm taking horse strength and equal to, let's say, right? So what we'll do here is first we will basically push all the values that we get. So this array will have all the values. The strength of us, and this we can like go and verify. Let's do add dot error check output. Strengths from pi. If we just go and try, you can see horse strength is 5 and the value of pi is 5. Then the value of pi is 8, so we have 5 comma 8, then it's 9, so 5, 9, right? So we have this array which is getting us all the values. One thing we have to note here is we have like, the basic thing here we have to look is, we are actually comparing between two horses, right? So we need the array of at least length of 2, right? If it has a length of 1, I would say 0, 1, right? So if it has only one horse, then like the whole program is of no use. So why shouldn't we handle this first? Right? If n, which is the number of horses we have, is less than 2, that means we only have one horse, right? So here, the program basically repeats. The whole system repeats, right? Else, if we have more than 2 horses, then okay, then everything's fine. We can go. Right? So now what we can do here is start with doing a thing here. Let's say we have this. Let's do a test case. So this is horses in your order. Right? So we have 5, 15, 17, 3, 8, 11. Right? Now if we want to find the difference between 2 closest, we basically can't work with this array. We need to have an array which is sorted, right? So we'll just let's sort this first. So closest strength dot sort. So we're basically using inbuilt sort function which JavaScript has built to us. Returning b. Now this was the array 55073. Let's try it again. There it is. Here there's something here. It's not printing it out right now. Let's yeah, my bad. Sorry. I will be going to say it. Let's try it again. Right. So now if you see, this is an initial array that we have, and this is the final array. This is the sorted one. So we can work with this one, right? Now let's remove this, right? Now we have a sorted array of the strength of the horses. Now the thing is, we have to find the difference between 2 closest strengths, right? So let's now I'll just mention a variable here. Closest strengths. Let's initialize with 0. Let's keep it that. Right. Then we need work with closest strings. So if we have a condition where we can get closest strings, so what we'll do is, so basically we'll take this sorted array, strings, and we index 1 minus. If you are currently not getting what I'm doing here, just give me a minute, I'll explain it to you. Okay, so as you've seen that this is unsorted array, right? So the smallest amount comes first, then comes larger than that till the infinite, right? So basically what we're doing is we're trying to take, like, subtract 5 from 3, right? find the difference between this. So 5 minus 3 is 2, right? So what it like, but we know that difference between 8 and 7 and 7 and 6 is, this is 1, difference would be 1. So correct answer is not this, but we have to start it somewhere. So we'll start with from here. Now for the rest, what we'll do is, and we've already verified that it has greater than 2. It has at least 2. So we have at least 2 to work for. Now we'll do a for loop. Let's say let I equals to 2, because we already have index 0 and 1 taken care of. I is less than n, plus plus. So here what we'll do is have a new variable. We need a new variable to determine is let's say difference in strength, which will hold the value for us. So this will be os strengths of 5, right? So it starts from 2. So basically at the first iteration we'll have 2 over here. That's easy for you to understand. And this one we have to subtract from the previous one, right? So the next one will be subtracting from the previous. For example, we look at yes, we subtract 6 and 5, then 7 minus 6, then 8 minus 7, right? So sorry, how we will do that is house friends. In the index we'll have I minus 1, subtract the previous one. Now let's check if different strengths is less than closest strengths. For example, here we have, like, let's visually do this. We have closest strengths, which would be 1 minus 0. So index 1 minus 0. So index 1 is 5, index 0 is 3. So y minus 3 is 2. Right? Currently the closest strengths would be 2. When we start this for loop, we are going for I, which is at index 2. So at index 2 it is 6, and I minus 1 is this one, 5. So 6 minus 5, oh, I made a mistake with it. This should be subtraction minus. So 6 minus 5 will give us 1. Now, is 1 less than 2? Yes, it is, right? And we need the least difference between the strengths. So we need the closest strength. So in this case, we will replace closest strengths with different strengths. Got it? And at the end, what we need is to do this. Closest strengths, right? Here, what we could also do is nothing or even doing this. So basically we have already initialized this as 0, so if it goes into this statement, it is going to still be 0. Otherwise it will go into this, right? So adding this line or not makes no difference at all, but just for good understanding I'm doing it right now. And we have removed our consoles. Now let's check for the simple case. Yes, success. Difference is 4. Check for order. Yes, success. Many horses. Yes, success. Difference 47. So let's check all the test cases and it all works, and we can do this one. So let's go and check our score. Oh, so we have successfully done this, and if you need any help, just comment down there, and I will be glad to. Yeah, and I will see you in some other like puzzle that we will be solving very soon.